Some married women are not giving advice. They are just bitter. And this is not to bash any married woman out there. Some are supportive. But you see the advice that some of these married women give. It's come from a place of projection, hurt, bitterness, and I don't know. Must a single person experience the same thing you are experiencing or the same thing you experience in your marriage? Because tell me why you think my life will go down when I get married. Just tell me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please kindly stay subscribed, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in. I don't know if I'm the only one that always hear married women tell me that, oh, don't worry, all these things you are doing, continue doing it. When you get married, you won't be able to do all these things. The things they say I will stop doing when I get married includes buying shoes, bags, clothes, and some other basic things. There was a time I got this 3-in-1 water bottle, right? And this woman asked me that, how much did I get it? I told her and she said, just keep getting it, okay? When you get married, all this one like this, you will not be able to buy it again. And she's not saying it from the place of love. I was telling somebody, a married woman, how to keep her virgin hair, some things to use. This thing does not take time, max maybe 5 minutes. This same woman was like, it's only a single person that can do this. A married woman does not have time to do all this. All these things you even say you are doing, whenever you get married, you will not be able to do it again. And that was the time I completely lost it. I was like, marriage works for some people, but it's going to work for me. Some people glow differently when they get married. Yes, I know your life will take a shift when you get married because it is not only about yourself anymore. Now you have to practically take care of your husband, the kids, yourself, the house. But does that mean I won't have time for myself? Okay, you can say, oh, it's because you're not married, that's why you're saying all these things. Yes, I'm not married, but at least I've lived with some people, young couples. I saw the way my parents do everything in the house while I was growing up. There are so many reasons why people say this. The first one is their own experience. Madam, your experience does not determine my own reality. If you experience that in marriage, that does not mean I'm going to experience it. So you stop fixing your nails when you go married because for you think you cannot take care of your kids with your nails on. But I can do it. If I can do it, what is stopping me? You stop applying makeup on your face when you got married and when you give birth because you could not manage your time, right? I'm not being judgmental right now, but I've seen people that are still doing the same thing they did when they were single, even in their marriage. They still wear their heels, apply makeup, they still buy things they need. So why do you think we cannot do that whenever we get married? Marriage is a sacred journey. When you add childbirth, breastfeeding, pregnancy, we are scared. We don't know how it feels. We don't know the pain. So that alone is even messing with our head. Don't come and add your unsolicited advice to it because we don't need that energy, please. And I think people that are enjoying marriage are not being vocal enough. Divorce rate keeps increasing every single day. This is not the time to advise a single lady that her life is going to take a negative shift when she gets married. Please hold your advice to yourself. The second reason why I think some married women give this advice is because of their unhealed regrets. I watched a movie when the mother-in-law does not want the wife to work simply because she dropped out of school when she was pregnant. That made her to be a full housewife and could not achieve what she wanted to achieve. So that does not mean you should now say someone that wants to do it and now discourage the person. If you can't support us, leave us alone. The next one is internalized misogyny or culture. Now the traditional world or the traditional marriage has made people believe that the woman is supposed to serve everybody in the house and be left behind. We have women that are ruling their world and still married and enjoying their marriage. We might not say everything, right? But from what they say, I don't think these people can pretend for a long period of time. Some people have laid a good example for us. My mother has an example. Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, Reverend Funke Felix Adejumo, Pastor Mildred Kingsley Okonkwo, and some other great women. These women are still married, ruling their own world, and they have kids. So why is it that their life did not go down when they got married? As a matter of fact, some of them, their husband pushed them to be great. The next reason why I think some married women say this is because of jealousy. I've seen some married women that can't express how they feel whenever their husbands are present, because maybe they don't have that freedom of expression in their house, or their husband is going to get angry. But when they now see a young lady that dresses well, that is bold enough to express herself and is getting positive results, they get jealous and they'll be like, all this one you are talking like this, you will not be able to talk like this again when you get married. Though I don't understand. Like, are we getting married to the same man? The fact that your man or your marriage or even your thinking, because sometimes this does not even have to do with their husbands. It has to do with their thinking because of what somebody said, and now it's affecting them. It's affecting their life, their marriage, and they are now trying to project it into other people. I had one woman talking about a newly wedded couples that it's shocking her, that it's shocking the husband too. I give them 2 months, I give them 3 months, all this thing will come down. That's how men do. I don't understand. How do you people think this thing, and how does it come out of your mouth to think some people are not going to enjoy their marriage, or it's shocking them? Because it happened to you, it shocked you for a particular period of time, and the butterflies in your belly died and your marriage went sour, does not mean it's going to happen to other people. The next one is misguided sense of maturity. I always hear people say, this style of clothes you are wearing, you will not be able to wear them again when you get married. I'm sorry to burst your bubbles. There are some married men that they are even the one that used to buy all these crazy clothes for their wife, that wear it, I want to see you in this crazy outfit. But the culture, the tradition has made people believe that when you get married, you have to tone down your beauty. It is a sign of growth. And I don't think this thing should be the basis we check is when it comes to recognizing a married woman, or even presenting yourself as a married woman. See, there are some things a married woman should not do again once she gets married. Yes, I'm not disputing that. But trying to impose what the society has painted marriage to be on another person is very, very unfair. My parents have their own standard for marriage. My husband to be parents have their own standard for marriage. I should have my own standard for marriage as well. It's not a must I follow their footsteps, because there are some silent battles our parents are fighting that we don't even know. And now when you want to follow their footsteps, you end up like them. The world is revolving right now. We might not be able to keep up the same way they are keeping up. The husband might not be able to take the same thing his father is taking, and the wife might not be able to tolerate what her mother is tolerating. So thinking a woman should not do some things that is even making her happy as a sign of growth does not make sense. It doesn't make sense to me, sincerely speaking. These advices are causing more harm than good. First thing is, it fuels unnecessary fear. Nobody wants their life to, take a negative shift in marriage. So when you keep telling people this, instead of feeling the excitement of being married, having someone to share your journey with, what you will now be feeling is the fear that if I'm earning more than my husband, it doesn't paint me as a responsible wife. And now you now start imputing fear in the minds, in the life of a single person, because this is absolutely what it does. Another thing is, it reinforces the lie that beauty and responsibility cannot coexist, and it's a lie. Because if you know how to manage your time, women are very good when it comes to adaptation. Somebody that is single will get married and wake up early just to take care of her husband, for her husband to take to work. When she is now pregnant, she can't sleep at night again because, she can't put her belly on the mattress. She will now adapt with that condition and now look for a way to sleep. Another thing is, when she now gives birth, her night is not as smooth as it used to be, because she will have to stand up and breastfeed the baby in the morning. She will have to take care of the baby. She will have to do this, she will have to do that, and she will adapt. And I think this is where we have to be disciplined as a single lady before we get married. Because when you get married, yes, your lifestyle changes, but the fact that responsibility and beauty cannot coexist is a lie. I've seen people do that, like they are very responsible and they still do things that makes them beautiful. If you are not disciplined from the start, you have a problem with this. Next thing this thing causes is that it pressures women to shrink themselves even before time. Now I'll tell you that as a married woman, just all these things you are doing, tone it down, because you will not be able to shine later because of your husband or because of this status married. I believe in marriage. Marriage is a good thing. I'm going to experience good marriage. I'm prophesying into the future, but I don't think I should tone myself down now because it will get worse later. As a matter of fact, I think I should do well now, so that when I get married, my husband will know that my wife is very diligent in her business. If her husband does not like her on makeup, let it be the responsibility and the duty of the husband to tell her that, not you. The next one is it creates room for pain acceptance. Now, because you experience something does not mean another person should experience it, or when another person experiences it, the person should accept it. I don't know if you understand. When you're now telling a young lady or a single lady that is how men do, when you now paint this scenario to an extent, the lady too will now feel it is a good thing. Even when she's being overused, when she's been abused by in-laws, by husband, friend, and when she's not being treated well, she accepts it and she'll be like, so person is also experiencing this and they said it's okay, so I should experience it as well. Okay, that is not right. Don't let their experience be the blueprint of your own marriage. Okay, I was seated beside one woman during a marital conference, and this person that was preaching sells a book. I wanted to buy the book, and the woman was like, all this book does not work, Daddy. All these things just lies. Like, she was trying to discourage me. And I told her immediately that marriage still works for some people and it's going to work for me. Imagine I don't have a mind of my own. What she said will stop me from getting the book. It will even stop me from listening to some marital messages because I'll feel, that's how men do. The next thing this thing does is it ruins marriage. Yes. If my husband likes me wearing short dresses, for instance, and you now come, you're now advising me that as a married woman, you're not supposed to be dressing like this. The society will do this. And I'm not like, okay, they said as a married woman, I should be wearing long dresses. I should be doing this. And I start wearing it. And when he complains, that advice you've had keeps ringing in your head. And you now lose your spark. Your husband now starts cheating. Now, I'm not justifying cheating. But sometimes the reason why some men cheat is because the way their wife used to package herself when she was single or when they were courting is not the way she used to do when they got married. The first person you owe that beauty and that side of you is your husband or even your spouse. But because somebody already said, no, if you are married, you're not supposed to be wearing this, you're not supposed to be wearing that, all these things you are doing, you have to stop it when you get married. And now what your husband loves in you, what your husband loves you to wear, you stop wearing it and he's seeing other women doing it. But you are wearing boo-boo every time. And you know that your husband does not like boo-boo. But because the society has painted it in such a way that as a married woman, you should not be wearing a clothes that is smart on your body, you now lose your marriage because of that. Be careful. Do not let another person's regrets be your own reality, and do not let their experience be your life's blueprint. You are different. Have your own standard for marriage. Their own experience is their own experience. I've heard some married women say things and you will know that what they are saying is as a result of what their mother went through. Build your own. As a matter of fact, tell yourself, good marriage exists and I'm going to have one. When I get married, my marriage will be heaven on earth. Okay, so if you're a single lady, whenever anybody tells you that, shun them off. And for married women, I know that some of you have made a lot of mistakes that you still regret. But instead of you trying to project that on us and making us to lose ourselves or making us to be scared of marriage, teach us from your mistakes. Don't bring your trauma into our lives. Don't bleed on us. That's all about this video. I hope it was helpful. Like this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you always get this type of advice? Do you think this advice is doing single ladies good or harm? And how do you think we should go about this? I hope I don't get dragged for this. It's coming from a place of love. I do not mean to be rude if I was. I just want you to see that this advice is causing more harm than good. This advice is not doing us any good, and you should take a U-turn from giving such advice. Please share to everybody you know. Share to a married woman, a single lady. If you are not subscribed to this channel at this point, you are wrong. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified whenever I drop a new video. And see you in my next one. Bye.